Sorry.
Okay, now I have to find it.
Alright, so today you will be able to identify three pests, or three different common greenhouse pests. So if you were a grower like we are and we have been for a plant sale, we need an ID pest and you need ID pests that are crucial that can destroy your crop. And you'll also learn about three different controls to curb and eliminate greenhouse pests. Now, from before when we talked about fertilizer and all that items and weeds and managing that type of pests, because remember, pests can be fungus, weeds are actual insects. So what is an IPM, an integrated pest management, and why is it important to you as a grower? So as a grower in a greenhouse, why is that important? Yes?
Because so that your plants grow and don't get diseases or die.
Very good.
Pests.
Yes. Because what can pests do? Greenhouse pests. We've talked about it before.
Eat the
They eat the leaves.
Yeah, they eat the leaves. And just like with a cold, what they can do is they can take a fungus from one of the plants, and if they fly to another and eat it, they take it to the other one. They spread it. So they can spread disease as well. Very good. So you have the handout in front of you. Also, what we'll do is we'll check out the PowerPoint now that goes along with the handout. Oh, we'll also move to the greenhouse once we cover this. We're only going to go through the slides that we need to see. We'll move through them, and then we'll go to the greenhouse to ID the pest. All right, can you read the top one for us?
The health of the crops grown in the greenhouse is challenged by a variety of pests and diseases.
Very good. You create a perfect environment in a greenhouse. It's always between 70 and 85 degrees. It's nice and warm. If I was an insect and it's Ohio, guess where I would want to live?
Florida.
Well, I would want to live in a greenhouse because it mimics Florida. Very good. The ability to identify major greenhouse pests and diseases is the first step in a pest management program. And the last one, can you read it?
Insect pests can severely damage or ruin a crop if the populations are not managed.
Okay, so what's that saying?
And if you don't,
If you don't take care of the plants, take care of the insects, so you don't call it.
Right. What is the plant's number one goal, or the insect's number one goal in life?
Kill the plant.
No.
No, eat off.
What do I always say? What is pest's number one thing?
To live. To multiply. To
Yes, reproduce. They have sex, create eggs, and then they die, and the next generation comes. Remember, 2 white flies can produce 1 million white flies if they just go and go and go and go.
like bunnies.
Yes. But bunnies are cuter.
They like.
So the first one that we're going to concentrate on are aphids. Aphids are pear-shaped, soft bodies, usually wingless insects. They have a very unique life cycle. The females wing and fly, and we'll show a video of them kind of moving around. They're often green or yellowish in color. They can also be black or red. Actually, we had the black ones on the grasses that we took care of a couple weeks ago. Their ability to reproduce very rapidly. They give birth to live young that are pregnant, and aphid use mouth parts to pierce the plant and suck out the juices. So the plant is almost like a host for the aphids, because the aphid, all it benefits from is just sucking the juices out of the plant. The poor plant was wasting all this time creating all these sugars and chlorophyll and all this stuff, and the aphids are just sucking it away. And they attack a wide variety of greenhouse plants. We'll focus on fungus gnats, the bottom one. They're long-legged, winged, great black insects, less than a quarter-inch long. Their larvae are the ones that are bad. They can cause root damage. So it's not so much the fungus gnat, it's the larvae that are the damaging issue here. We'll focus on leaf miners another time. Same with mealy bugs. We want to move to white flies. Okay, white flies are small white insects. They generally reside underneath the plant. So if you were to spray for these, how do you want to try to control white flies?
Make sure you spray the leaves underneath.
Right, so if you just come over with the spray and you spray on top, is that going to do anything?
No.
No, you actually have to flip it up and you have to check it out. And there are major problems with poinsettias and fuchsias usually. So we didn't not actually do fuchsias this year. We did a great job controlling them with our poinsettias. We're going to move to slide 37. Okay, what is this yellow object?
It's that thing that catches in the sticky trap.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's a yellow sticky trap is the technical name for it. It's very technical. Yellow sticky trap. What does this do? What does this help us with? Yes.
When you, when the insects fly and they go towards the plant, they will attach that because it's a yellow and they might be adapted to that color.
Oh no, they're attracted to it, not adapted.
I'm
They're
not attracted to it.
Attracted to it.
And they fly and they get stuck and end up dying.
So what would be the negative? If it attracts bugs and it's by your greenhouse crops, what might happen accidentally?
You could get the crop stuck to it.
Not the crops. What could it do? So let's say our geraniums are being attacked by white flies, and we have pansies all the way over there in greenhouse 4. We put yellow sticky traps out to attract the white flies, but what might also happen to the aphids?
Oh, they'll get stuck to it.
They'll get stuck to it. That means it'll bring them over, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it'll bring them over, and they'll also be attracted to the sticky white fly trap. So now, what happened?
You killed 2 birds with 1 stone.
You did, but now you brought the aphids over.
Now we got another attacking the plants.
Right, exactly. So this can be a negative. So what I like to do is I like to hang it up in the aisleways away from plants. So near plants, but away from them so it doesn't bring everything over.
So that's why we didn't put them in the plants, that's why we put them on
In
the
the growing bed.
Exactly, that is exactly why we did that. Real quick, how many ladybugs did we release in here? A lot, like 8,000. Ladybugs are good. Here's the different life cycles of them. They kind of look like creepy little alligators when they're young, and then they get big. So, the ladybugs attacked what bug that we were trying to control?
aphids.
Aphids, very good. This is talking about beneficial bacteria, but we're not going to cover that right now. The parasites, they're wasps, but actually lay eggs in like a white fly. The eggs grow inside the white fly and actually kill it. It's a parasite. It's kind of creepy. You got a little baby wasp growing inside of the aphid or the mealybugs or white flies, and it actually kills it by acting as a host, and it uses that. It's almost like something growing inside of you.
So it's like it's having a baby.
It's like the Aliens movie.
Oh,
Yeah, that's exactly it. They pop out and they kill it.
that's disgusting.
It is pretty disgusting, but also awesome.
Yeah.
So ladybugs eat aphids. Thrips can control mites. Thrips are actually a general. Thrips kind of eat everything, and different beetles will attack specific things. Like some only attack white flies, some only attack mites. Let's quickly go to. Okay, this is damage from white flies. We've actually, I'll turn the light on real quick. We've actually seen quite a bit of this. So here's the powdery mildew that it leaves behind. This is actually the sticky. Remember, what do white flies secrete?
Sticky.
Yeah, what is that called? What's the sticky stuff called? It starts with an H. Bears like it.
Honey.
Yeah, honey what?
Suckle.
Honeysuckle's a plant. Good job. Honeydew, right? It's that sticky stuff. What is a telltale sign? What is the relationship? What other insect will be around?
Bee.
No.
What other insects will you see trying
No
to...
hummingbird.
No, you'll see them protecting the other insects. They're also an insect.
Oh. Daddy long legs.
Ants.
Ants.
Ants,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
why there was
They
all
have
those...
legs. I got it. Ants.
Ants. So here's the white fly damage. Okay, and we will watch this. Just aphids kind of moving around.
Ew, that's gross.
Yeah, so there's aphids all over. This would be past the economic threshold of this plant. So you have all different stages. Here's the wing.
They kill
Here's the male nymphs.
So there's no surviving for that plant.
Yeah, at that point in time, you want to pick that leaf off and get that away from everything. We would go feed these to the chickens. They would.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's quickly go out to the greenhouse, and then we will ID these pests in their environment. Okay, so we found the aphids on the violas, and we also have some white fly eggs from our tomato plants. So what we'll do is grab the horticulture oil, and we will mix it into a bucket and do the proper ratio, which is on the back label. And we figured out earlier that it's 1 tablespoon per gallon of water, and we will mix it in the bucket and dip the plants upside down into it to get rid of the insects.
Can we put the neem oil there?
Very good, everybody. Any questions over the lesson? No.
How much?
You touch
2
this
capfuls.
1 tablespoon per gallon is what we figured out, remember? Good job.